What's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music, the podcast, episode 38. And I got a special guest in the building. I got my boy Matt, the youngest manager in the game for real. How old you is, man?
I'm 19.
19 years old, bro. Tell the people about yourself.
So, I'm a 19-year-old kid from Philly. One of the hardest places to get out of for music, and one of the hardest things to do with music is this place. I started managing this year. I manage an artist that is up and coming right now. He goes by the name of Murda P. Follow him on Instagram at Murda_P. Check out him on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, etc. You can see all his things there.
How you spell it? How you spell his name?
Murdak space P.
Space P? Yeah, I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, we just released a mixtape called Underdogs, and there's a previous mixtape we released back in November called No Time for Sleep. Yeah, we have a feature on No Time for Sleep with a big artist out of Philly. He goes by the name of Core, K-U-R. And we also we did a feature with P&B Rock's brother. We haven't released that yet, though, but you gotta stay tuned for that. But I also happen to be Amber Rose's cousin.
You Amber Rose's cousin?
Yeah, so that happens to be a way I got most of my connects with the help of her. But like I said, school wasn't really I did good in school, but I wasn't doing as good as I thought I could have been. So I figured I always wanted, I guess you could say, the attention. So the thing I did was use these connects and be around the people that are famous to get myself networking and stuff. It's a big thing I like to do is network for myself, especially. Be around these big artists and do the good things I can do for my artists. Especially another big thing in networking for me is to make sure whatever I'm learning and doing, he's learning and doing. So we come on together. But I like managing. Right now I only have one artist I manage, but I definitely want to open up my clientele eventually and help a lot of these artists that are coming up that need the exposure to get around the right people. Because that's a big thing with me. I'm someone that likes to help instead of be against you. I don't like competition. I like everybody winning together. So that's a big thing about me.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. So you got you really had the passion for management, for being a manager. What do you love, or what I can say, what's the good and bad things about being a manager?
So the good things about being a manager is that you get to have the experience the same way the artist is. If he goes somewhere, you're going somewhere. There's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of things you'll have regrets and make mistakes about, but you'll learn from them. And that's what helps you get smarter, I feel like, in this business. The things you got to go through is, what helps you out in the long run. In my eyes, it's the good ones you'll find out there in this business is the people that can go through the hard things to make the easier outcomes. So, another good thing is it's more likely have fun with it instead of being it's so stressed out about it. Make sure you're making fun out of it too, because this whole music industry, this is supposed to be about fun, no matter how much of a cutthroat industry it is and all that type of stuff. It's supposed to be you living your life because you only get one shot at it, so make the most out of it and live your life it's the last day every day. So the bad things I would say is that though it's a stressful job being a manager. It's definitely stressing because there's a lot of things you gotta do. You gotta make sure your bookings and features are set up right. You gotta get your artists in the studio all the time. You gotta you're at shows almost every weekend. I'll be at Roots Picnic this weekend, which is actually tomorrow.
That's what's up.
Roots Picnic is a big festival in Philly. This year we have Lil Uzi headline in Philly Zone. We also have 2 Chainz on there, Rich the Kid, Jay Critch. DJ Drama has a set on there. There's an artist coming out of Philly right now. She's a girl. She goes by the name of Bree Steves. In my eyes, I think she's definitely someone that's going to make a name for herself. She's been making some big moves lately. Lately, I've heard that Kendrick Lamar's reached out to her. So, she's doing some good things right now. Shout out to Margot Bray. so that's a big festival I'll be at tomorrow. But yeah, it's definitely the bad things about it. Really, are just it's stressful and like, you gotta just know how to get through it. And there's also with this industry, there's a lot of hate that comes to it. Anybody that's in the industry knows that. But it's a matter of how thick your skin is and if you could get through it and not really care what anybody says about you and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, because, like, it's like my 38th episode. Like, every artist and producer, and they always say, like, the industry is, like, even I know as a DJ, like, it's a lot of politics, it's a lot of stress.
Right.
It's a lot of things, like, you got to go through people, through, management, like yourself to get things done. But at the end of the day, you're right. Like, you have to still have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the main thing. Like, I definitely want to say, too, being 19, doing the things I'm doing, where I come from in the part of Philly, too, there ain't nobody that ever did this. So when these kids around my age look at me like that, like, how you around them people? How do you do this? Everybody's got a million questions. And it's like, everybody hates them because they're like, oh, well, because anybody's going to hate really that just can't do the things you can do. That's just how life is. But I definitely do a lot of hate. Like, my car's tires, they get smashed, they get slashed sometimes. Like, people be fucking with my house. Like people just be like trying to hit licks on me somehow. Like, I hear through word of mouth. Like, it's just like why? I look at it like, you should be happy somebody from the community is doing these things that they're doing.
Exactly.
So you don't hate on someone for what they have and sit on the couch while you're doing it, especially when you can get up, go do the same things they're doing and get money the same way I'm doing and have the things I'm having in life. So you ain't got to hate on another man.
Exactly.
That's all do it. And it's just like, I hope that, like, what I'm doing right now, whether it's the kids younger than me, the kids my age, or the kids older than me, I hope that I'm motivating somebody around here, at least one person, to look at life like, damn, if he can do this, I can do that. And, I hope it's motivating somebody out there to where it's like they're going to keep following their dreams and not let anybody tell them no, because that's what I had to do. Especially that, I'm 19 in a cutthroat industry, and also I'm a white kid in a black-dominated industry.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's something that people pop their eyes open about, like, whoa, how's he around him? It's just something unexpected. And I did it out of nowhere because this is, like I said, my first year, and I'm around people that I shouldn't be after it should take me like 10 years. Mm-hmm. So, it's definitely an unexpected thing, but I definitely hope that I'm motivating somebody out there to go do what they want to do in life, and no matter what the case is.
Nah, you definitely motivating me, man. I'm 26. I've been doing this since, like, I was like 15. And I feel like,
that's 11 years. Yeah. Shit. Just look at it like, no matter how long it could take 5, 10, 15 years. Everybody gets their time.
Yeah.
No matter, So it's one day you'll wake up. Things can happen quick. I learned that definitely in life with this industry. Like, things can happen quick. Things can change quick. So you could wake up one day and have a call by DJ John or something. He wants to do a mixtape with you because you're a DJ. Like, you never know. Anything can happen.
I hope so one day, because that was one of, like, my idols, growing up. Like, he was the one who I was like, I want to do mixtapes, because between, like, 2006 and I could say, like, 2012, well, before that, like, probably, like, 04, 05 to, like, 2012 was, like, the golden age of like, mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You had the
Gangsta Girls, all that.
Yeah, like, it was just, like, a moment, like, in hip-hop where you had the Wale's, the Wiz Khalifas, the J. Cole's, like, the DJ Dramas. Like, you had all these artists and DJs just blowing up, man. That's legendary, bro. Like, how, like, what were, like, the big names you've been around? Like, and how was the experience?
I would say, if I had to make, like, a top 3, the biggest names I've been around, I would say, cause see, to me too, like, these rappers, they kind of treat me like a brother, which I really truly appreciate, because there's a lot of fakeness out there.
Yeah.
That's a main tattoo on my wrist too. If you can see, it's a music note, a guitar, and a snake. And see, I draw all my own tattoos, so like you can see, that's like my half sleeve right now.
Yeah, that shit look hard.
So I draw my own tattoos, and that music note and everything. That's my own concept I came up with. It says for the music note, it's music's my life. The guitar is it's a rock star lifestyle, and then the snake is it's a business full of snakes. I basically keep that tattoo as like a symbol to let people know like I'm a hard rock to move.
Yeah.
So you got a good point to me for me to put you in around me and for me to trust you and all this type of things and to help you win the same way I'm winning. So, that's definitely a big part that plays in me. But these artists, they proved to me that they had to go through the same stuff, like proving who's a snake and who's not. So when they treat me like a brother, I could tell it's a real connection because it's like, they think everybody's a snake. Everybody that's in this industry thinks everybody's a snake.
Yeah.
So when you really treat somebody good like that, like that the love's there and it's a real true connection. But I think I had to say the top 3 names all around was definitely like Uzi. I would say, DJ Drama because he's just a big name in the industry. He's a legend.
That's a legend, bro. I want to meet him one day so bad.
I think I would say another name would have to be. I'm gonna go with my favorite artist, Lil Skies, right now. That's my favorite artist right now. He, I've known this man since like he had, I don't even know, like 50,000 followers, and I met him actually when he went on tour with Lil Uzi. When Lil Uzi did like a 6 tour date shows in like back in like November, December. Yeah. It was like a tri-state type. Well, it was like an East Coast type thing, like Philly, New York, Florida, like Carolina, like all down the East Coast, really.
Yeah, like from the Southeast, Northeast connection.
Yeah, type, Boston. So I met him when they came to Philly when I was in the back, and I was like, I already knew of him because there was this one song he actually got noticed by. It was called Rude. And that was like my song. So like I was like, oh, I'm a Lil Skies fan. I fuck with this kid. So when we were in the back at the Uzi show, like I met him after he just got off his set, and I was just like, I was telling him like, listen, like I know this tour right here is gonna push you harder. Like that's gonna make you bigger. I said because this is what you needed. You got the music. It's just you needed a little bit of exposure. Now you're in front of big crowds like this almost every night. I said this is gonna put you up there big. And what do you know? The tour was over. His man hit 1 million followers. He released his album, like the Life of a Dark Rose album. That was top 10 on albums before it even came out on Apple Music. It didn't even come out yet, and it was already on the top 10 albums. And because he had 2 songs out so far for the album, which is Red Roses and Nowadays, his 2 biggest hits. Yeah. But I would think if I had to say anybody in this industry right now is the most hardworking, humble rapper in the game, I'd have to go with Lil Skies because I fuck with him more as a person than just an artist because there's just so many things in him that makes you look at him like, wow, we need more artists like this in the game because he's the type of person that'll sit down with me and ask me how's life going, what you trying to do in life afterwards. Like none of these artists, they don't care. Yeah, they just want the money and the exposure. Like him. He's just like, if I can just have my niggas around me and just make music and make sure they're all good with me and not have to do the shows and have the fame and everything like that, he said I was perfectly fine with that. Like, I just want to, like I say in my songs, I just want to be stable, tell my family we made it. And he says, like, there ain't nothing different to me. Like, I'm the same person from when I back had, like, 1 follower. He said, like, the only thing you'll see different about me maybe is I got a Louis shirt on instead of, like, a Nike shirt. He said, like, that might be the only difference you'll see in me. He said, like, I don't spend my money. I don't do none of this stuff. Like, he said, the only thing I did after my tour was I paid my mom's bills off for the rest of the year. I bought myself a car. He's like, that's all I did. He's like, I don't like spending my money, he said, but I'm the type that gets the bag and make another move with it. Like, instead of spending it, see. So, I mean, I really respect him as an artist. I really respect him as a person, especially. Like, he proves that, like, he can get that label humble and hardworking because there ain't too many people out there like that. There's a lot of cocky people and a lot of people that just, they forget about the fans and everything once they have the exposure because it's just like, we're up now. What do we need these fans for? Like, I don't care. Yeah. Like, that's what most of these rappers think. But him, he don't. Nah, like, he's there for every fan. Like, he appreciates every fan and how much they show love to him and all this type stuff.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So I could tell, that's your favorite rapper. Because that's something that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But I do want to ask this question. I don't want it to overshadow you because you're doing a lot of